Welcome to episode 71 of It's No Secret Podcast Live. We are your hosts, Teresa, Charis, and Bianca Rose. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
At least she said something this time. Progress.
We're warming up to her.
Baby steps, guys. Baby steps. It is another Wednesday, so here we are for our usual therapy session with our 5 listeners that are joining us today. But if you are joining us, which a couple of you already have, thank you guys, first of all. But
Mhm.
you are watching us from either Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching us from. We appreciate y'all. Mm,
Always.
Always. We are going to start with our highs and lows like we usually do. And I get the privilege of starting us off today.
Yeah.
But for those of you guys watching, if you do have lows and highs that you want to share with us too, make sure you guys throw them into the chat and we'll be sure to share them with the world for you. They'll be
Absolutely.
on the
The
internet.
episodes are always better when the viewers interact. So
It really
share it with
is.
us.
It's no secret that you guys make the show, not us. All right, so starting with our lows, my low for this Wednesday to Wednesday week is that my husband's sick now. So on Friday, I had to call out of work because Gabby was sick.
Mm.
And then you know how that goes. The germs spread.
Yep. Domino effect.
Yes. And now daddy's sick too. So
Oh,
I
poor
hope you
baby.
feel better, babe. He's probably watching right now. So hope you feel better. Drink that wonderful tea you love to drink. And I hope I don't get it next.
Yeah, honestly. I would be a little bit worried about that.
I've been popping that vitamin C like it's gum. But yeah. Shari, what about you? What was your low for the week?
Um, I want to say I really haven't had a low, minus the fact that I'm like really tired, but
God's
with
favorite.
the territory. But I'm tired because I'm blessed, and so yeah. But that's really it.
Way to be
I
optimistic,
like
girl.
that. Yeah, very optimistic.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, B?
What about you, B?
My low for the week is that I've had a very emotional week.
Aw.
Um, I've like cried maybe twice because I've just been adjusting to a new place.
As
Hello,
we
new
can
background. Yeah,
see.
hello, new
Yeah.
background. Um, yeah, moving into boyfriend's place is definitely an adjustment to say the least. Um, I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff. Um, so I've had 2 meltdowns where I'm like, "There's so much stuff." It's me, I'm the problem still. So I'm adjusting to my to my life, to my habits. Um, so yeah, eh,
It'll get better once you get
it will.
situated and things are like put away and
Yeah, I think that's like the big thing is that nothing's like in order yet. So I'm very type A. So to have things still not in a place or haven't figured out a place to put things, that it just feels very chaotic to me. So I think that's where a lot of my anxiety is coming from. And that's just making it harder to adjust because I'm freaking out at that. But I mean, it's temporary. Once everything's settled, then that's fine.
and the meltdowns are good because at least you're letting it out. You're not like bottling it up.
Oh, yeah, I feel so bad because he's trying so hard to, like, offer solutions in any way that he can, and I'm like, "It's not."
It's
Those
not
solutions are
even.
solutions, but they're not. They're just like, I feel like in some ways, um, he's trying to accommodate, um, me, but it's like, "Oh, no, this isn't like, I don't wanna take your space, I need to find a way to share it."
Mm,
So, he's offering, like, "I will take all my stuff and
mm.
hide it so you can have more room," and I'm like, that's not." It's a solution, but, I mean, it's gonna hurt you in the end, so it's kind of like finding that middle ground.
Yeah,
So, that's the full
and
adjustment.
and that's a relationship, right? Is finding the
Yeah.
middle ground. So
But
Good
at least he's
job.
concerned.
Yeah, at
He's
least
concerned and trying solutions, so it's
he's
not so
willing to
bad.
sacrifice, which is more than we can say for most men. So good job, boyfriend.
But enough about that. Let's switch on over to some highs.
Yes.
What was your high for the week, T?
So my high was actually that on Thursday and on the weekend, me and my husband and Gabby got to spend some time with one of our friends. It's a couple that is about to have a baby tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. So like we got to I was playing baby daddy while he was her baby daddy was out of town. So that's why I was with her on Thursday. We were finishing putting baby stuff together and cleaning the house for her and things like that. And then on Saturday we went back to finish painting like the baby's room and getting things situated. And honestly, like it's so crazy because it just makes you realize how quickly they grow up and seeing all their like newborn baby stuff. I'm like, oh my God, like, and I'm seeing big ass Gabby running around everywhere, like, and I'm like, this was how big you were, you know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy. And she's been on this kick because her iPad is synced to her dad's account, and so all like his pictures and everything are on there. And she's literally spent like the last 3 days just looking at her baby pictures and videos from when she was like born and stuff. So I'm like, what is going on right now?
I love that. And this is her first child, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's a big, big moment.
It is.
And you're such a good friend for being there, helping her like set up and do all that. Like, especially
really
first time mom, just moms in general, and she's preparing and nesting. And you're just making that like process, very palpable for her. I love that.
It's a lot. It's a lot to do to prepare for a baby. And they're like family to us. So, anything that we can do to help, we're there.
You're such a good friend, T.
Thanks.
I'll put you in my back pocket when it's my turn.
Don't worry, it'll be soon. That's she got all straight face. All right, what's your high?
Let's see. Where do I start? Well, Caden had tournament this weekend, and they actually made it to the championship game. They didn't win it, but they made it there, and so like they came in second place, and it was super exciting. A lot of drama, but that's part of the baseball world apparently. But yeah, it was just really nice to see like the effort and work that they've been putting in as a team to like finally make it to a championship game and all that good stuff. So that was really exciting. And then today I got to spend the day with baby girl at her zoo field trip. So we went out and did that. I took Kaden to a baseball game on Monday and the Giants won. So that was really fun and exciting. So I've had a week of highs, I'll say.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I could see why you wouldn't have a low this week. That's a lot of good things happening this week.
And I also understand why you're so tired.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been nonstop. But like I said, I count my blessings where I get them. So,
That's awesome. And you're such a good mama for doing all the things. So keep it up.
Totally that.
Seriously, I hear you.
Bring him in the room right now. Let me tell him.
Because they still nonstop, still begging. I'm like, just told him I literally was walking up the stairs like, I'm going to start show. No, stop asking me. I don't negotiate with terrorists. Leave me alone. That's it.
Well, it's almost like it backfires. Like you go do something really fun with them, and then they're like, "Can we do it again and again and again and again?"
Yeah, our nephew had a whole crash out today because he wanted to go on the field trip, so I had to take him on the field trip with us. Like, I'm like, I just did something with you Monday. Why are you tripping, sir? Like, it was just me and you. Let me and your sister. And he's like, nah, I'm going.
He said, we,
yeah. He's not getting left out. So,
wow.
Whatever. Yeah. But what about you, B? What was your high?
Before I share my high, we have a couple people already in the chat saying, hello, lovelies.
Hi. Hello.
We got Fuzzy Bunny. Yo. My high for the week is I celebrated Mother's Day early. I took both my mom and boyfriend's mom out for dinner.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we celebrated mother. I'm not one for crowds, so we'll celebrate, anything on but that day. In a sense, every day is Mother's Day, so a week before might be the best time to celebrate. But yeah, I took them out. I appreciate them both, love them both. So just wanted to celebrate them. Boyfriend did crash the dinner, and that's fine.
Crashed
But yeah, I was able to celebrate them. And also, one of my coworkers actually finished making a uh, a prop for my Renaissance Festival costume. So really excited about that. He's very proud of it. It's pretty fucking impressive. Um, it was a 3D printed sewing needle that's going to act as my sword because I go as a fairy every year until I have my costume, you know, just built up over time. But it looks so fucking cool. So props to him. He's so fucking
Happened last
creative.
year and you didn't go? Was that last year?
Yeah, it
right?
was last year.
Okay. I was like, I
Yeah.
feel like we've talked about this before.
And
but
I vowed to never miss it again under any circumstances. So I have to make up for it this year. I have to.
Well, he's helping you, so that's nice. Yeah.
Uh,
Your mom's in the chat. She said he had to eat too. LOL. Other than cook off food. Thank you for defending him, Becky. No. But that's exciting. And I saw a picture of your thing, and it's massive. It's like 3 feet or so.
Yeah, my sewing needle, it's like 3 feet of a weapon. He, like, sanded it, like, graded it down. It looks so fucking smooth. It looks perfect.
Wow.
That means I really have to step up my game for the rest of the costume because I can't have a costume at Goodwill and my fucking accessories from Chanel, Like,
Yeah.
I gotta put in just as much effort as he did.
Oh, I thought I saw Robert who just got compared to Chanel.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though. I'm really glad that you got to celebrate Mother's Day early because that is happening this weekend. And believe it or not, it's actually landing on Mexican Mother's Day this year.
Really?
Yeah. So Mother's Day in the
Oh.
US is always on a Sunday, but in Mexico, it's always on the 10th. So this year, they're going to tie together so I don't have to call my mom multiple times.
Oh, look at that. Unity in the universe.
But aside from Mother's Day, tomorrow is actually Shari's birthday. It's a big milestone birthday, too.
It is.
It's a milestone birthday. So, Shari, you want to tell everybody what you're doing for your birthday?
I'm going to work, clock in at 7 a.m. And then I have middle school open house for my big baby because he starts middle school this fall.
Oh.
He gets to go tour his campus and see where everything is and all that cool stuff. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow on this grand birthday.
Motherly duties, they never stop.
They don't. Do you have any plans for the weekend?
Sleep. We do not have a game this weekend. It got canceled. So I plan to sleep because I believe the rest
Get that time to rest.
Yeah, I think the rest of the month we have games every weekend. So this is the only one. So yes, do not call me. Do not look for me.
Hopefully the kids let you sleep.
Oh, they will get shipped
honestly.
off. I'm not playing. They will get shipped off if they want to play with me in my sleep.
Well, in the spirit of Mother's Day coming up this weekend, we have another Mother's Day episode for you guys. So we are going to be talking about all things mama.
Mama.
Ooh. We were singing very
Oh, come on, Sharice. I'm gonna break you at one point.
Right.
But we are going to talk about all things mom. Last year we did something for Mother's Day as well. We did a dedication for moms, but we really talked about like our moms and
Mm,
our relationships with our moms and things like that. So this time I want to focus more on like moms in
in
general.
general. Mm.
Yeah, so we want to talk about the different titles that moms have, the different hats that moms wear, um,
Expectations.
expectations, the differences between moms now versus, in the past and,
Mm.
in past generations and things like that. Hopefully we can get through all of that. But those are kind of the highlights of what I want to talk about today. But anyone in the chat, of course, as always, we want you guys to participate, share. Hey, honey. I hope you're doing well. Share your experiences too. We'll be asking the guys some questions as well if they're in the chat. As we can see, Gabe and Fuzzy Bunny are. So thank you guys. But the first thing that I kind of want to talk about when it comes to moms is kind of all of the different mom titles that are out there. So we have like mom and grandmas, and we have stepmoms.
Oh, you're talking like roles,
Yeah, like all the different mom titles, right?
the tiers.
Yes, we have single moms, we have married moms, we have moms that are stay-at-home moms.
Do
We
y'all
have,
get offended when someone says I'm a dog mom or
uh,
a plant mom?
I don't get offended. I definitely don't think it's the same. Um, but I do find that motherly instincts do have to kick in when you're taking care of something in general.
Mm.
But I don't think it's the same. Not the same level of stress.
Mm.
I don't know if stress is the right word. Responsibility?
I don't know.
I
I don't
mean, you're
know
still
because
caring for
I
another
would
life.
say like I feel like having an animal is like real gateway because I always tell people like you want to have a kid like get an animal first
Yep.
because that's some hard commitment, like
Yeah.
you have to, especially like if you're not the type that has like the space to let them go do what they want. Like, if you got to be the person to like take your dog out to use the bathroom and bring them back, like it is a level of commitment. Again, not the same level of
Mhm.
commitment,
Mhm.
but it yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
factors. It has.
I'll agree because I think like when I was younger, we would always make a joke in my family that I was a dog mom because I'm like Mother's Day, I have like my dog mom wine glass. I also got a gift because I didn't have a kid.
Mhm.
Um, and I would say like, "Oh, well, my dog, like, she is also dependent on me. Like, I can't just go away for a weekend and just leave her by herself. I have to find care." And there's some sense of like common dependency of someone, but as I grew older, I'm like, oh, seeing people with the different struggles of actually being a mom to actual kids, I'm like, all right, maybe I was a little bit naive.
Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. You lost me for a second there.
A second.
But yeah, like it's just a little different at times. I do agree with what Shari said. It's almost like an introduction
Mm.
to motherhood in a sense. It's almost the same. You still get asked to watch them. That's
I asked
true.
my mom to watch my dog over the weekend.
Yeah, that's true. She's still a grandma
I was
to
like, "Come on, let's go to
your dog.
grandma's."
Yeah. I'm like, she's still a grandma. But I
You are
do
right, Charisse,
feel
though.
like I want to use this example because Bianca told me about her and her boyfriend's experience when they went gift shopping for my daughter for her birthday. And so they were like, holy, like there's all these sizes and this and that. And like, like, like that's all stuff that like comes to you when you're a mom. Like, oh, you're moving on to this size and this thing and that, so it just, you grow into motherhood. I don't think you just like know what to do. Like
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
you grow with the children, like you learn with them. It's definitely a big step in your own life, right? So
It does not come with a manual at
not at
all.
all.
And
And
that's her
advice from other
Control.
people doesn't always work because
Mhm.
these children, they got their own personalities and every child I've had is very different from one another. So you parent one kid a little bit differently than you parent another one. Like, yeah, you just wing it. Exactly,
I
Becky.
literally just said that on my phone call that I was on right before
Yeah.
the show. I was like, I am just winging it at this point.
And that's all we can really do. Like, but like there's a lot of titles, right? So and I do feel like with the titles is different levels of responsibility in a way. Because like from mom to like grandma, I feel like grandmas feel less pressure as far as like raising the kid because they already did that with you, right?
Mhm.
You know, and I've heard a lot of women tell me this. I am not a grandma yet, thank God. Thank you, son. Um, but like I've heard a lot of women that are grandmothers that are like, oh, now it's my turn to just like spoil them
Spoil them?
and
Yeah.
do all the fun things that when I was a parent was like, no, right?
Yeah.
So there's
I
that. And then like there's stepmoms and or as most people call them now, bonus
bonus
moms.
moms?
Yeah. I also kind of like the newer term because I feel like stepmom has a very negative like connotation to it just from media and things like that. Like, I mean, look at Disney
Yeah.
and Cinderella, like the evil stepmom and you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like,
The Parent Trap?
yeah, exactly. It's like the things we watch and the things we see kind of give stepmoms, step parents in general, I'll say a bad rap sometimes. But bonus mom sounds really good.
Mhm.
It's more modern. It's a little
It's more inclusive too to the stepmom too because, there's that relationship that you're trying to build with a child that isn't yours, and, you always have that boundary in the back of your head, like, I am not the mom, but I can be of some support. So
correct.
I do like the term bonus mom.
Yeah.
And I think bonus mom is it allows the relationship to go to another level, right? Because I feel like a lot of times when you have a stepmom, it's like, like, yeah, I call her mom, but like, she's just like there in a place, holding a place type,
Mhm.
situation. But like for me, even with my bonus mom, like I have a relationship with her that's like she's my mom. Like so,
Yeah.
like and even with my bonus children, like I raised them babies. Like their mom isn't even in the picture. So it's like having that title like kind of just makes it easier for you to really feel again included or like you're not playing this step role because I feel like now like a lot of the step parents are very involved, heavily
Oh,
involved.
yeah.
It's not like, oh, I'm just dating your parent, and no,
Mhm.
I'm here if you need me. But it's like, no,
I'm
like,
just the new girl.
yeah, like it's a real thing now.
Yeah.
Like people are really learning to build villages and co-parent and work together. Like you have, and unfortunately, and not unfortunately, but like in this time, like you have to
Yeah.
because there's so much going on with the kids and life is different and I think people really have to find that way to work together when it comes to having those different people different relationships.
Mhm.
So I think bonus mom just kind of like levels the playing field a little bit.
Yeah.
And bonus parents are a lot more common now because, not as many people are staying together after children, whereas like back in the day, you had a kid and that was it. Like y'all are
Mhm.
staying together, period. Like that until you die. Like, you know what I mean? Like nowadays, people are more woke. I hate using that term. Fuck, I said it again. And so like a lot of people don't stay in relationships for reasons like the kids, right? So there's a lot more co-parenting going on now in this younger generation than we have seen normally in the past. Yeah.
Yeah, I think to that point too, like having that bonus parent or that bonus mom, like moms have a lot of assumed responsibility. So to have that bonus person, you kind of get like that, another co-partner to kind of help alleviate some of those stressors. Shari said it takes a village, and sometimes like that village can help alleviate those responsibilities that moms just are expected to do do great at and do them all at once.
Well, I'm going to say something because you guys have both brought up the village. I feel like villages are different now, though, than before. I feel like, because it does take a village, let me tell you. But I feel like before, and maybe this is just because of my own experiences, right? Because, I mean, again, moved halfway across the country. But like, I feel like before the village was your family, your mom, your parents, the aunties, the uncles, like immediate family, like actual blood family. Like that was
Mhm.
always considered the village back in the days. Whereas now people are actually more inclined to lean on the step parents and their side of the family or your friends that are around, because I've noticed too that there's a lot of grandparents now that, yes, they spoil when they're around the kids, but they're not around the way that parents were back in the day.
People,
Like
we
they're
call these grandparents the disco grandparents.
disco.
What do you mean?
Like like it's a party era. Like
Yeah,
they're not grandparenting the way grandparenting was done in the past. And
correct.
it, because life is different and life is changing.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say, in this economy, they can't just the
be
grandparents that we
home.
knew were my grandma was a stay-at-home grandparent. She was a
Yeah,
stay-at-home wife. That was her role, so it was expected that she did that.
yeah.
My mom
They're
is a hardworking mom right now. She works day in and day out. It's
Right.
not the same responsibility as it was back then. So those grandparents and those family members, they are also on the same struggle bus to find, that village to help. And sometimes it blood is not always readily available as like your friends that you make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the times have definitely changed that, just the economy and all of that. Because even when people retire now, it's like, oh yeah, I retired, but I'm gonna go get a part time gig because I need benefits. It's like
Right.
you
Yeah.
still, so yeah, life is just totally different.
And the ones that got it good, they are deciding to live their best life. They're like, we're gonna
Yeah.
go on vacations, we're gonna
Right.
go over here, we're gonna go on this, 6-month cruise, and
Hmm.
you know what I mean? So it's
But
just a
chill.
very different time. It's a
Yeah.
very different time. The villages are still there. They just look
Mm.
different.
It just look a lot different.
Yeah. But I feel like that's where a lot of these co-parenting situations, well, if you have a good co-parenting situation, because not everybody's co-parenting situation is created equal. But a lot of people kind of lean on each other in those situations. Actually, ironically, I saw a video the other day of this guy. He's a popular influencer, and I cannot remember his name for the life of me right now. But he and his wife have like 5 kids together. Um, and but like 2 or 3 of them are from hers from a previous relationship. And he had a video posted where the father of the children came over to pick up his kids, right? His own children, and he's at the door with, like, his little baby in the arm, and he's like, "Hey, man, I packed a bag for the other 2, like, do you wanna just take them with you? Because like, I've been with all of them for, like, hours, and, like, I need a break." And, like, you know? So he's asking the other dad, like, "Hey, can you take him?" And the other dad was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take him for a couple hours, it's cool," like, and that's what I mean, it's like the villages they just look a little different now than they
Yeah,
did before.
well, I mean, you kind of touched on it as part of your high. You helped a friend, prepare for her. She's a first-time mom, and you're gonna
Mhm.
take whatever help you can get, especially as a first-time mom. Like, I think Becky had said it, previously. She's like, I'm just trying to keep him alive.
Yeah.
And that's really the biggest accomplishment. So, you kind of proved that point of it's, the friends that are around that you are part of a village, Teresa.
I am. I try to be for people that I'm around because I've had 3 children. I know what it's like to get ready for a new baby and all the work that goes into it, and I know how exhausted you feel as a pregnant mom, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like I try to remember those things and offer help when I can. when I can.
Mhm.
Yeah. Becky said, I'm grateful for my mom that lived with me while I worked my ass off. Of course,
And for her to watch
the
my
kids,
kids and sometimes yeah.
other kids at my house. I was able to climb the corporate ladder, being able to work at all times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, sometimes now we depend a lot on childcare too. So it's like
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword. Again, villages just look different now
Mhm.
than they did before.
Well, about, like, first-time moms, looking back when you were a first-time mom, what is something what's an advice that you would give to yourself as a first-time mom? Because 'Cause I'm sure like, you kinda
Oh,
said something earlier, like, I uh, you were a different parent with each one, basically.
mhm.
So, as the children come, you start evolving, you start learning from, "Oh, from one kid, I'll do this one this way." And so every kid gets a different parent from the same person, if that makes
Right.
sense.
It's a different
So,
version.
you've
Yeah.
clearly learned some things over the years, but for the first-time moms, have Shari, you too, like, what advice would you give to those first-time moms?
I'll let Shari go first.
Um, I mean, honestly, don't overthink it. And I think like that's just the biggest thing because with being a first time mom, I think you overthink everything. And when I say everything, I mean from like, did I overfeed the baby? Am I cutting their nose too close? And am I gonna smother the baby? Am I like you
Is the
overthink?
baby breathing?
Yeah, like the baby breathe. Like seriously, like you baby's not even waking up. And you're like, oh my god, the baby hasn't woken up in 2 hours. The baby like you
Mhm.
panic about everything, and I think we cause ourselves more stress than really is happening. So my advice would be like, just don't overthink it. Go with the flow and like let things happen. Let things happen to you. Don't anticipate things happening to you or
Mhm.
like the bad things happening to you. Go with
Mhm.
the flow.
That's what the same thing Becky just
Yeah,
said in the comments. Go with the flow. I
your
agree.
flow, though.
Yes, your
I wanna
flow.
point that out because that flow is different for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that she said that.
Yes.
And I mentioned this before and Becky mentioned it. Like every child is very different. They all have different personalities. They're all just different little humans. And if I had to give advice to first time moms, I would say you can't be prepared
Mm-hmm.
for motherhood. I don't care how many books you read. I don't care how many classes you go to. I I don't care how much shit you buy. Like, you're not gonna be prepared because it's not something you can prepare for.
Mm,
Maybe mentally, right? Get in the mindset of being a mom, but, like, even that, like, you learn how to become a mother as you're doing it by just trusting your gut and trusting your instincts and keeping your children at the top of the list of what's important. Now, that's good mothers, right? Because there's also mothers out there that just don't give a fuck, right? And still live their best lives while their kids are struggling. And so,
mhm.
I'm speaking from a good mother perspective. It's like, don't, like Shari said, don't overthink it. Like they both said, go with the flow, but don't try to like prepare. Just enjoy the moments
Yeah.
because they fly by.
And
Mm.
honestly, like you think like you're prepared because I have everything and I bought everything and all the gadgets and trust me, you're not going to use half of that shit.
Mhm.
Um, it's just like I
Or
think
you're gonna use it all and buy more shit.
but I think that goes into the like overthinking it, right? Like you just like I want to be overly prepared, and it's like, but that's not what that baby wanted. Like no matter what other people are telling you, like buy this, buy that. There's kids who don't like swings, don't like to be held. So it's like you've got to figure out what diapers, because that's a whole nother story. Like, oh, that was me with my first. I want him to wear these diapers because they're organic diapers and this, and he kept pissing out of them on the side. I was like, go buy me a pack of Pampers because I'm not changing his clothes again. Like,
Right.
like you have to learn. You're learning your kid as they're learning you, and so like it's all a learning process. So you're never gonna be, you can never be fully prepared because you don't know what this person needs. You have no clue what this person wants and needs.
And don't let social media
Ugh.
glamorize shit for you,
Mm.
because
It is rough.
yeah, because like, social media is social media, right? It's people putting their best foot forward. It's people showing you the parts they want you to see.
The good stuff.
And it's like, no, like you think you're gonna like look cute and go out and you got this baby with you, and then you walk out the door, you get the baby out the car and they got shit up their entire back. You know what I mean? Like, it's not glamorous.
Mm-mm.
It's not, but it's beautiful at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I literally had one of our baseball moms. She was like talking to me the other day. She's got her baby on her hip, and she's like, and like I looked down and like just because my eyes are moving, and I like down, and she was like, "Don't worry about it. I leaked in the store and I forgot to put my pad back on." I was like, "Girl, you ain't gotta tell me. Like, I get it, I understand, but like." She's like, I take her in the store. She's like, I'm trying to hold her on this side, trying to cover up a boob with her on this side. I was like, it's crazy, but like it's not what people think it is. It's really not.
It's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work. Gabe said they grow up really fast, make the most of every single moment. Absolutely. I mean, I just said it during my high, like when we were there getting the baby's room ready, like seeing the clothes. It's like, I almost can't believe, like, oh my God, she was this little at some point. They all were, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so it's, yeah, just enjoy it for sure. Now, what do you guys feel about the difference between like working moms and stay-at-home moms? Because Becky brought up how she was grateful to have her mom around so that she could climb the corporate ladder and build a career for herself. How do you guys feel about those two titles?
Having lived as the child of someone who was a working mom, I think for me it set a good example that, I mean, it probably put a lot of pressure on her, because she's not working just to, I mean, the basic necessity is to survive, right? She needs to provide for both of us, but she's also working to prove to herself that she is more than just a mom. And that's an identity that, a lot of, I hear a lot of women struggle with, is your identity is too much of a mom, or, look back that it's not enough as a mom. But for me, having experienced as the child, she definitely set that, just that ideal that it's possible, and it's worked out in her favor. So I'm like, wow, it was worth it. I think it's a great and, amazing thing that some people are able to do that.
I mean, your kids are always watching, right? So you have to lead by example. And that's a hard thing to do because you're still you still get tired, you still, have
Trying to figure it out.
yeah, you still have your own life that you're trying to live, your own stresses, your own woes, and you try to protect your kids from things. So, kudos to your mom, because there's a lot of people in situations where they had, career moms that didn't have that same experience as you. They felt like, oh, my mom was so absent. She was never here. She was always working. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard to balance that. And it's like, as a working mom, you go to work, you deal with the hustle and bustle of work because you do want to progress in your career and move up the career ladder and things like that. You make sacrifices at home sometimes for your job, and then you come home and you're exhausted, but you still gotta, your kids want to play and they want you to, get down on the floor with them and roll around, and it's a lot. It's very demanding. But like, with that said, I don't think that stay-at-home moms get the credit that they deserve, because I will tell you guys that when I was a stay-at-home mom for the 10 months that I did that was not fun for me. I could not handle that. It was too there's so much work that goes into being a stay-at-home mom. So for people to like judge stay-at-home moms like, "Oh, all you do is stay home all day." Meh, meh, meh. No, you're working all day
Mhm.
long and you never get to turn it off, both for stay-at-home moms and working moms. Like as a mom, you don't get to turn it off and be like, "You know what? Screw you guys. I'm not going to care right now."
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah, I think to your point, like the stay-at-home moms, I think also have that assumed expectation that they would turn or that they would become that traditional stay-at-home wife and mom because that's not, I mean, assumingly like you are a stay-at-home wife and mother, so you're doing a lot of roles, and
Mhm.
this does not take time off. There are no sick days, there are, no lunch breaks, there's no alone time. You are genuinely always on call when you're a stay-at-home mom.
Mhm. And when you're a working mom too, let me tell you. Because
Yeah, I mean,
even that
and it goes. I think it goes into. Then we can touch bases on like the different types of mothers because there are mothers who have help. There are single mothers who don't have help, and so
Mhm.
like it gets very complicated. Like T said, like yes, being a stay at home mom is there's a lot of work. It never turns off. But just speaking from my own personal experience, yes, my children's fathers are present. They are around, but the day to day is me solely me,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and I work and I still have to care them. You guys know my schedule is crazy. And so like again and then for me I work with them, like I work at their school, so it's like it never turns off. Like we go to work together, we are there together all day, we leave together, we come home together, like it never turns off. So it's stay at home moms don't get the credit they deserve, but I also think like people have to the world and the way the world operates should take into consideration of like people who have to be a parent and are single parents but have to work and have to still take care of home. Like there is no benefit in that
Mhm.
for single moms in just the way the world operates. And
Yep.
so I think people should hats off to those women. Yes, I am patting my own back because it is very troubling
Yeah.
to say the least.
I used to tell people all the time, like, because I was a single mom for a very long time as well, and but I tell people I was a single mom, I was not a single parent, because
Oh.
my kids' fathers were very involved, and, we've always tried to split time evenly and things like that, but, like, even that, as a mother, as a woman, I get judged because I allow my children to go spend an equal amount of time with their fathers. But then if I didn't do that, I would also get judged
Mhm.
Mhm.
because I don't let them. You know what I mean? So it's like as a single mom, not a single parent, but a single mom in like a co-parenting situation, it's added pressure because of the judgment, of the criticism, and you have to learn to not care and not allow that to affect you or affect the life that you're trying to create for your child. And so it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't when you're a single parent.
Yeah. I think when someone has like those kind of inputs, it's very much like, oh, it's easier said than done because you know what? Everyone has an opinion on how they would handle your own situation,
Mhm.
but only because they're disagreeing with the way that you handled it. But in reality, they wouldn't have that as reference and would probably do the same thing. So I think to guard yourself from like those opinions and those outside advice, just to be cautious of that. It's because it could damage a mom's, just mental health and make you really doubt yourself as a parent. Like, I know, like, Shari, she, is always doing something with her kids. If y'all watch, what, episode 71, if you watch the last 70 episodes, she will always mention her kids. She is always putting them high priority. Like, and I bet that there are still some people in her, around her life that may make her think that she's not.
Right.
So it's like there's always going to be an outside perspective, but y'all, I give it up to y'all moms. Y'all are
And
I could never.
mom guilt is a real thing. So even without criticism, we are hard enough on ourselves.
Mhm.
So for any of you guys who are out there judging a mom right now for whatever reason, shut the fuck up and leave them alone because they're judging themselves already.
And honestly, like, I can even say, like, and not that I really judge, but, like, you have, like, this perception of moms, right? Before you become a mom, and it's like, oh, if I had a kid, I wouldn't let my kid do that, or, oh, if I had a kid, I wouldn't do, and it's like, you don't know what the hell you're gonna do until you're in it. Trust me, because there's a lot of things I'm like, I wouldn't let my kids do, and now I'm like, baby,
Go
if you
for it.
like it, I love it. Have fun. Like,
Vaya con Dios. Yeah.
seriously, because, like, you just gotta find those moments. Like, you have to, I've been saying all day today, like, I wanted to pick the fight with Kaden today, like, about going on the field trip. Like, no, it's your sister. And I'm like, you know what? Is this worth me having to deal with the attitude later? Is it worth the fight? Like, no, let him go to the fucking zoo. Have fun, son. Like, miss a day of school. Who cares? Like, it was just like, it wasn't worth it to me. And, like, some parents would have been like, wow, really? You let him miss school? Because, like, nah, because y'all have no idea what I have to deal with behind closed doors. And not like he's a bad kid or nothing. But, it's just like, I then wasn't going to go all day and do that and then come home to, like, this energy of, like, just being upset. Like, no, we're not going to even play that game. Not here for it today. So it's like, like, I've learned, like, you cannot judge when, like, you see kids falling out in the grocery store. Don't be like, oh, she's a bad mom because she's letting her kid fall out. No, that's that kid doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with her. Trust me, because one of my kids would have done it and the other one wouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
They're just polar, because these children are themselves. Like, you can, I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain until you're in it, and especially once you have multiples, and you really realize it.
I'm like, if I had $1 for every time somebody was like, if I had kids, I'm like,
have kids and then come talk.
Thank you. Have the kids first and then come talk to me.
And then come talk to me. Because like, you don't get the same person twice. And so, like,
sorry, I just read Becky's comment. She said, yes, you don't know what your kid is capable of until it happens. Take my last incident. When she went to the hospital. Exactly. You don't know what your kids are capable of.
Yeah, it's really crazy. But, people think, like, oh, they're your children, so they should be the same. And it's like, hell no. Polar opposites. And you got to learn, you as a parent have to learn how to manage these personalities together and, individually. And so, yeah, it's a lot. So do not judge moms or dads, parents, period.
Parents, period. And you're learning to do this at different stages in your life with each kid, if you have multiple, right? Because a lot of people choose not to, but, like, it's different. It's a different pregnancy. It's a different child. It's a different you each time. And so it's like, it's just so complicated. Yeah. And then not only that, like, as moms, we wear like a million hats, right? Because we got to be the chef. We got to be the chauffeur. We got to be the nurse. We got to be the therapist. You know what I mean? Like, we have to referee if you got multiple kids. Yep. We have to be the teachers. We have to be the disciplinarian. We have to be the financial person. Like, we have to do it all.
It's funny, Sunday, one of the kids got hit with a baseball, and, like, it's so funny, and, like, they get hit all the time, but, like, he gets hit by the baseball, and his dad is like, it's all right, run it out, your mom will massage you when you get home. And I turned to her and I was like, masseuse? Like, she's like, that's the resume. I was like, exactly. Like, it never stops. Like, how you put something else on her plate?
I would have been the mom that stood up. I would have been the wife, his wife, and I would have stood up and be like, he met your dad.
But yeah, like it's so funny, like how women just get tossed. Once you have kids, it's all these different things that you have to now find yourself capable. Like, are you qualified to do this job? Like, you now you now have to like do the research and figure out how to do it and do like it's so much to it because you're not just gonna let me massage you or let me give you this medicine. No, I have to make sure I'm giving you the proper medicine, the proper dosage, and I'm
Right.
serving you the right way. And I'm taking care. Do we need to go to the hospital? Do we not need to go? Like, it's so much that goes into it. It's not like you just know what to do. So it's like all these different hats that women have to, parents, I'm stop saying women,
Mm.
all these hats that parents have to wear. And it's just not easy. It's not
And then
easy.
on top of that, if you do want a career, then you throw that
Right. Yeah.
on top of it. And it's like, unfortunately, we live in a society where you have to parent as if you don't have a job. And then
Mm.
you have to work as if you're not a parent.
Mhm.
And it's so hard. Like, I tell people sometimes at work, like, this is not my real job.
Mhm.
This is my break. My real job is when I get home. But it's like, depending on how driven you are in your career, sometimes people flip that,
Yeah.
or it flips day by day. Like, it's a lot to juggle, but it's a good thing we're good at juggling.
I will say that I have learned to shut the fuck up with opinions, advice, and anything else. And just like my outlook on mothers, because now I'm at that stage where, I'm considering like, do I want kids? And now I'm being more observant with how, mothers respond to situations. And and I've, said out loud, I'm like, I'd have to do this. Like I'm being more observant, more respected. Like, I'm respectful and appreciative of the things that, moms do because now as someone who is considering it, I'm like already trying to guilt myself out of it. It's like, I don't think I can do this. Y'all got to do this every day, all day. It's hard for me to think that like this is something that never goes away.
Mm.
Bless my mom's heart, I am still a pain in her fucking backside.
You can
And
still
this is
ask.
31 years later, and I'm still just as close to her hip than anything else.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this doesn't stop. I am also that problematic child. I don't go away. So I'm still like now, like, oh shit, I'm now, observing all these roles and what these reactions are. If I see a kid throw themselves on the floor, and I'm like, could I handle this? I mean, they're handling it. They're really handling it the best that they can in that situation. So I'm like,
Because you don't have a choice.
I have a choice right now to put myself through that situation.
Correct, right? Before you have kids, yes.
But I'm like,
But she's
dang.
handling it because she has no choice but to handle it.
Right. What you gonna do?
Leave it there?
Leave the child there and go home? No.
I'm good for walking over a kid throwing a tantrum. Sorry. I'm not finna feed into that. Let me
Oh,
know
yeah,
when you're
no.
done and we can talk about it.
Mhm.
Let
Are
me know
you
when you're
done?
finished. Yeah.
And you go from the first kid where you're, like, embarrassed and like, "Oh my god, get up. Shh, be quiet. No, 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 no. Come on. Here, I'll give you candy." Right? The bribery. They say, like, as a mom, you go through, like, all the stages of grief, like, really quickly when your kids are throwing tantrums, right? Because, like, you're trying to bribe them, then you threaten them, and then, like, you know what I mean? Like, it goes through all these stages. But I will say, though, as much work as it is and as many hats as we wear, it is the most rewarding thing in the world. Because to like see your kids grow up and become these amazing little people, and like I have a son who's 22 now, and also a daughter who's 5, right? And one in
Mm.
between. And so it's like they're in different stages, but it's like to see your kids doing well, and like you just said, be like, "Oh, I'm still a pain in her ass," but I bet you she wouldn't have it any other way. I bet you're one of her best friends. I bet you
Look at me, one of her no, she one of my little friends now.
she one of your little friends now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I bet you she wouldn't trade it for the world. She might complain to you while you're there, but then she misses you when you leave. You know, she still worries about you. She still, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I'm grown with 3 kids, and I know my mom's still like that with me. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a lot of work. It is a
Yeah.
lot of work. It is very hard. It is
Mhm.
a full-time commitment, a very selfless commitment for the good moms, right?
Mhm.
But it's the most rewarding thing ever. Ever.
Mhm.
Like, it there's no better feeling than, like, when you give birth to your child and you see them for the first time and they take their first steps, and you know what I mean? Like, all the things. It's amazing.
And I can say that, and in life, there are some women that just shouldn't,
Agreed.
right? Like we can hype this up and like it's great, go try it. Not everybody.
Know thyself.
Know thyself, seriously, because
Mhm.
not everybody is cut to do that work.
No.
It is literally like filling out a job application, right? And like,
Mhm.
if you think, I get squirmish, I don't want to see blood, this isn't your job. I like for me, my biggest thing was always like when my kids throw up, I get so angry at their fathers. That is the only time I get angry at their fathers when my children throw up. I swear to you, I will scream through this house, "Where is your daddy?" Because like that's the only time I personally like need you present. Like when I had this child, I specifically said I will do everything but clean up throw up,
And what you doing?
cleaning up throw up.
Because you ain't got no goddamn choice.
Because I ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
But like that's the one thing. But like, like if it's something that you're not cut out for, you don't think you can handle, don't do it. I probably should have listened to my own advice because clean up throw up is not. I'd rather clean up a bag full of shit than a clean up vomit. No lie.
Everyone has their thing.
Everyone has their
Yeah,
preferences.
their thing. But like that is when that takes me out every time.
Yeah. Well, we are at the top of the hour already. That went by really
That
fast.
went by really fast.
Any final thoughts for the mamas?
You're doing great. God bless you.
God bless you. Yeah.
Live in the moment.
Yeah. Enjoy every second
Mm-hmm.
because tomorrow is promised to no one. And
Yep.
yeah, just enjoy every single moment.
Mm-hmm.
You're creating your own little village with those people, with those little people. So enjoy it for sure.
Tiny terrorist.
And everyone out there, if you have your mom, if you're lucky enough to still have your mom around or your grandmother or whoever, your mom figure, whoever that may be, remind them that they're doing a good job.
Mhm.
Because as mothers, we forget. We criticize ourselves way more than we probably should. And so just remind them. Just a little friendly reminder. Hey, you're doing a good job.
Yep.
Good mom.
Mm-hmm.
Hug them real tight because you never know.
Make sure to wish them all a happy Mother's Day on Sunday.
Yes, please. And thank you.
Ooh, and since it's Mother's Day this weekend, if we still have a few viewers, submit pictures of y'all's moms so we can shout them out on the on our Instagram on Sunday.
Yeah.
We love to give some highlights and recognition to the women in your life.
That is a great idea, B.
When you make your post, tag us and we'll reshare it.
Yes.
Yep.
We'll put that out there to make sure everybody shares their mamas. Oh, I gotta find a good picture of my mama.
My mom will send me 3 probably.
Oh, good. Said happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mothers. Yes. All right, B. If people are not following us on all of our platforms, how can they find us?
If you are not already, then you can like, follow, and subscribe to us on our social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at It's No Secret Podcast. And if you can't join us for our live stream every Wednesday night, then you can definitely listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And if you love to rewatch our live streaming videos, then you can do that on our YouTube channel.
We're also on X and TikTok. Not as active, but we're there. We're there.
And until next time, remember, it's no secret.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Mama's Day.